Good evening and welcome to the Trav and Riss podcast, episode 19.
Whoop whoop! Ooh, it's getting a
little peaky,
pitchy.
little upper end there.
A little pitchy there.
Yeah, what did I say, peaky?
I don't know.
I'm like not good with words, I realized.
No, you're not nextly.
It happened. We got shirts and hats. If you guys want them, like I said, $25, not to promote ourselves here early, but you brought it up. So it literally cost us like $24.70 to make. So
yeah,
we don't get any of it, but it's worth 30 cents to me to go get it for you. So there you go.
Right.
But we appreciate the support. We had a couple people buy already. But before we get too serious, I want to say Happy Memorial Day coming up Monday, and thank you to all the active, retired, past military people for their service. They allow us to do this every week. Mm-hmm. We get to enjoy it and give you some sort of entertainment. Not really sure what level.
Freedom isn't free.
Right, but we just want to say thank you for your sacrifice for what you've done for us. We really appreciate your service. Moving on. Like I said, we have shirts now. If you guys are interested, let me know. We got them on Facebook, Instagram. I think that's it. But we got them advertised. So if you want one, great. If not, it's okay.
Yeah, we're kind of like catching up on 2 weeks of stuff here because we skipped a week of just us because we had Logan on.
Yeah. Yep.
We didn't want to do a podcast every other day because it takes a few days to edit and get it posted. But we did make an Instagram page. We have the merch and we have a link tree. So we've got
got a couple things going.
We're trying to work on potentially getting on Spotify and Apple.
Yeah, we're gonna try to figure that out.
Yeah.
So, and I got to figure out, I got a new mixer, so I got to figure out how to do 4-channel on here. So if anybody knows any sort of help, I've been struggling with it for days. Because it breaks up into 2-channel. Anyhow, it's just tech geek stuff, but I got to figure it out. So,
yeah.
But we're excited about it. Hopefully we'll have more people on. Like I said, Logan was on last week. If you didn't see that one, definitely check that out. It was really interesting. He's in the music industry. He's a good rapper. He's, making his way through that industry right now. He's got a lot of good songs out there. He markets himself well. He's, just got a great intelligence, that kid. He's got a lot of potential for sure. Got a lot of different feelings on things as well. So he's just a wealth of knowledge at a young age. We really enjoyed having him on. So
we're hoping to get some more people on like him. Doing things like that or owning their own businesses and stuff. So
yeah, and I do have a list. So we do have a long list already of people we've asked or are going to be on at some point. So we just got to kind of work through it on our end. The technical side is how to do it the best way. So like I said, I'm still kind of a novice at it. But we're definitely going to get there at some point. Mm-hmm. So, want to shout out, speaking of shirts and everything, apparel, merch, just want to shout out to AP Master Images. They were the ones that did it for us. They put all this stuff together, like I said, shirts, hats. So I appreciate them doing it for me and, coming up with the design. We were back and forth with emails a lot, so I appreciate them, giving good communication to me.
Yep. We designed our logo, and then they kind of designed your
I just told them I wanted Nextly and to just kind of be creative with the font, and then we went back and forth about a couple different fonts and designs, and they came up with this one, and I think it came out really well.
Yep.
So I might do it on a hat or something and give it to some people.
Yeah, so shout out to them for that. Mm-hmm. Local, keeping it local.
Yep. And do you want to do the shirt?
Oh, yes. So we are also going to do a little giveaway. We're going to do a shirt giveaway. So the first comment on our full YouTube video post, not the highlights.
Right.
First
video
comment,
post.
First person to make a comment wins a t-shirt. And basically the stipulation is just men's or women's.
Yeah, we'll message you if you just comment first, like say, my free shirt or something.
If you win, we'll ask you what your size is.
Yeah, and we'll send it to you. We'll ask for a mailing address, in private. That way you're not exposed and stuff.
So just remember, it's got to be the full YouTube video of the podcast, not the highlights.
Right.
Full video.
Yep.
Which will be up in a few days. So
yes, exactly. So be on the lookout for that. Just some exciting stuff. We figured we'd kind of do some fun stuff.
When you're watching this,
give back.
That day.
Yeah. But you guys, like I said, have been really supportive of us trying to get into this, so we appreciate you. And like I said, just trying to give back a little bit, for the support you guys have given us. Brings us into our recap from the last 2 weeks. Like I said, we're kind of getting caught up here a little bit. What have we been doing? Not a lot. We've been trying to walk. Been doing 3 miles a day.
Yep.
This week anyway, like I said, we've been busy. We're actually extending our work hours where I'm at, so there's not a lot of free time at all. Right now, I've been working kind of late, and we're opening up on the weekends now too, and Memorial Day, so we're pretty busy as far as hours goes. A lot of golfing. We've been doing some golf. Golfing. And she went on a hike today, but
yeah, I went to Pixley Falls, which I've never been there before, believe it or not. I went with Alina, and we took the dogs. I took Chase, and she took her little guy, Nash.
Nice. Yeah. I saw the pictures. Cute.
Yeah, they were really
cute.
good. The dogs were good, and it was a nice hike. It was like a beautiful place with the waterfall and everything, and there was a lot of people there. I mean, not like overwhelmingly, but there was a good amount of people, you know. I mean, there's nothing else to do, you know.
Right,
so
yeah, exactly.
But there's a couple other places that we're going to check out this summer. Like there's Owen D. Young has a trail with like waterfalls, nice and that's nice too.
Back my hometown area.
But yeah, no, that was just fun. It was nice to do. And then other exciting news from this week, very exciting for me, is I got to play with and hold a baby skunk. You'll put the picture up, right?
Yeah, I'm making
it is
a note
so
so
cute. Oh my god, it was like I held it in the palm of my hand. It was like a little gerbil. It was so cute. So the mom died, unfortunately, and the babies are living like under my neighbor's shed or something. I don't know. They're in a hole somewhere. I don't know where exactly. And they found a place to bring the skunks. Like this woman has a sanctuary, and actually, my dad knows who this woman is because she lives right behind his old office.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they're just familiar with her, but she has an animal sanctuary for wild animals, like skunks, woodchucks, raccoons, stuff like that.
Awesome. And nuts.
Yeah, so she's going to take all the skunks. There's 6 of them, but he brought one over to show me, and like I guess they don't spray when they're, you know, young, when they're that young. They don't have the gland or whatever. But oh my god, it was so cute. Like I want one. I want to de-skunk it, and I want to keep one.
Well, we got dogs, skunks. I don't know. She's on a kick. We're trying to figure out which way she's going.
It was so soft. It was sweet.
And so we can de-skunk it and it doesn't spray on you, right? That's what that means?
Yeah, you take the gland
they
out. Don't
spray.
But you can't do that legally. Like, it's not a thing. We live in New York. New York sucks. They don't let you do anything. So if you're in Florida like Joe Exotic,
hey, anything goes.
Joe Exotic was in, like, Oklahoma.
Oh, no, that's right. Who's Florida? Carol Baskin is Florida, yeah. Sorry, old reference, whatever. Yeah. I'm out of practice here.
But yeah, I mean, that was like the highlight of my life. Like, how many people could say like that you got to pet a skunk or hold a skunk?
Yeah, no, that's true.
I can say,
I've never touched one or been near one because they scare the shit out of me.
I wanted to be like,
yeah,
but I had to remember what I was holding.
Right. Yeah, it's like a pistol.
Yeah, it didn't smell at all. Like after, like, so it doesn't even, you know, because like regular skunks like smell even when they're not spraying because they've sprayed so many times and it gets on their fur and their, you know, their own fur, but
right.
This one doesn't smell yet because it doesn't have. I don't even know if the gland's like developed.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like their defense mechanism, you know.
Yeah.
But that was a highlight. And then speaking of things that are gross.
Oh yeah.
Travis had a bird shit on his head like 2 weeks ago.
I've been alive for going on 33 years, and I've never had that happen before, ever.
And it was crazy.
It's weird. It's
a
weird experience.
He got out of the car and it shit on his head.
Mm-hmm.
But then it was like on his shoulder and on the side of his sweatshirt.
It was like a drive-by of bird shit.
It was in your car, outside of your car, in the door, on your seat.
Yeah, I wasn't like mad. I was just kind of like, I don't know how to feel right now. That's kind of where I was at.
It's apparently good luck, so we went out and played the Powerball.
Yeah, lost. Did win on the lucky 7 though. Bet $1, won a whole $1. So I guess I was half lucky that day. But yeah, so that was an experience though.
Yep.
And it must have just been a bad day because I kicked the keg of Minky Boodle at Pizza Boys as well. So it was just, I guess, a downward spiral after that. I guess I got what I deserved.
Yeah.
So, whatever. But yeah, that was interesting for me because it's never happened before ever. What do we got? Oh, do you want to talk about Lori from Full House?
Oh, yes. So.
I'm sure everyone's aware of this, but.
Yeah, well, Lori Loughlin.
Yes.
She's part of the whole, like, college scandal thing. This has been going on for like, I mean, probably over a year now.
And she's still hot, but whatever.
Well, her and her husband, who was a fashion designer, Mosimo, Giuliani or something, which I think he might be the one that does the stuff at Target, because Target's got that Mosimo brand or whatever.
Oh, really? Maybe. I don't know.
Anyway,
let's look into that.
They both pled guilty. So the information I read up on it is they both pled guilty. And apparently what they did was, like, I thought it had something to do with SAT scores, but...
Yeah, it was something with, like, college. Theirs was it,
that's
like, all I know.
They paid organizations to, you know, like, label their children as, like, crew recruits or something.
Okay, I don't know.
Like, the crew team, it's like, I think it's like the rowing, isn't it? Crew,
rowing? Yeah, it would be rowing, right?
But they, like, neither one of them have ever, like, done it or played a sport, like, played that sport.
Right.
So but weird. It was something to get them, like, into the college or to look better or something.
Right, some sort of scholarship or something related, right? Wasn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
I
so
think
they would
I remember reading a little bit about that.
Right. So they pled guilty. She got sentenced to 2 months in prison. She had to pay $150,000 restitution, and then after she gets out, she's going to be on a 2-year supervisory period with community service.
Oh.
And then he has 5 months with $250,000 restitution, and then 2 years supervisory, and then 250 hours of community service.
It's such a weird thing to get like in trouble for.
And it's like it was up to 2 years.
I get like embezzlement or like something like that. Like a lot of people do that, but like it's really weird to like get caught in like a college like
I guess
crew
it's kind of like
thing.
embezzlement because they paid people a lot of money.
I guess.
And it just, I mean, all right, you think.
But it usually goes in like your pockets, not like into someone else's pockets.
Right, but I think what their
thing
thing
it's like
was
a booster thing.
Is
I guess.
So they paid to have their daughters basically like guaranteed whatever to go into the college. So, you know, they're paying it. So like obviously. Was your daughter, like, were your daughters not smart enough or,
right.
you know, whatever academically
to get into the crew
enhanced
club.
enough? Not even that, just to get into the school.
Oh, generally, yeah.
Yeah, so this was all just for them to get into the college. So I guess, like, you know, when you're a freshman, so, like, perfect example. When I went to Cortland, I applied there out of high school.
Right.
And I got denied.
Right.
Even though I had, like, an 89 average all through high school, but I didn't play sports.
Right.
So you need to have something set you apart as a freshman because there might be like 10,000 freshmen trying to get into that school. But as a transfer, not as many people apply.
Right.
So you have a better chance. Plus, you have 2 years of college under your belt, whatever.
Yeah.
So I got in after like the 2 years. But, well, like somebody else I know went there and like didn't, like they like weren't as good as me in high school and they played a sport.
Right.
And then
they
flunked out. Then they flunked out.
They didn't do good.
So this is that thing. But then it's like, you know, I think the thing is too, is like, just because you're rich and famous and you have the money to pay it off, like, what if there really was, like, just some average Joe's, you know, kid who busted her ass or busted his ass and played through school, and it's like now, oh, sorry, like, your slot got taken because somebody paid me off to get in. I mean, they only have so many slots for freshman attendees.
Especially if you're in, like, trying to get into, like, a Ivy school or something.
Yeah, and I think they're trying to crack down more. Say bust down, but crack down more on celebrities. Yeah. Like, remember Martha Stewart went to jail because it's like, why? Yeah. Just because you have money, it means you can get away with things.
Yes, that's what it means.
Yeah.
As far as I know, from what I've been taught,
you're rich and
through
famous,
life,
you can get away with things.
Yeah, you can do whatever. You can buy stuff. You can buy off people. You can buy whatever you want. That's how it works, and you get out of it. We gotta put AC in this house.
I'm sorry, I'm exhausted. Like I was in the sun all day. Went on the hike.
Yeah. Actually, probably a little sunbeat.
Well, it's also 80 degrees in our house right now.
Yeah, it is. But I've been hot all day at the dealership. We don't have AC, bro. So behind this glass chamber, surrounded by 4 glass walls, it's like a greenhouse in there. I'm sitting there roasting.
I can just tell I'm like a little beat from the sun though, because like my head hurts a little.
Yeah.
And I know Chase was like exhausted. Plus, I took him for another walk when we got home because he was laying down, but then he like didn't want to like.
Right.
He's like, we gotta go for. No, he's like, we gotta go for a walk. Like,
he wanted to go.
Yeah, I wanted to sit outside. So once we sat outside, he was like, I'm ready to roll again. Yeah. Let's go.
He's all pumped up.
Like, paws up right now.
Dead. I got 2 things to push as far as Netflix and specials right now. So Doug Stanhope has a new special. He's one of my favorite. He's underrated heavily as a comic. He's basically like, he tackles a lot of topical issues with like logic and objective. So he's very like, I don't know. You might not like him, his approach to it, but he's very just like kind of like in your face, like matter of fact. But he's got a special on Vimeo. It's $10, and he's never looking for like money or nothing. He just tries to do like low key, low production stuff just to get his stuff out there. So that is actually out as of May 18th, 4 days ago. I gotta actually watch it. I haven't had time. I've just been busy at work, but I gotta watch it. Then F is for Family, which is a Bill Burr production. He wrote the show, who's, like I said, one of my favorite comics, but also he does this kind of like Family Guy type of episode, and it's called F is for Family. That comes out June 12th. It's the 4th season. Definitely check that out if you're interested in comic, just like comedic humor. It's great. And then this brings me to Riss as far as things opening up around here. We got Turning Stone opening up. Can't wait.
June 10th, they're opening up, but it's like restricted. They're not like going full, which is
going to be weird.
Yeah, which a lot of these places like, they're like, oh, we're opening up, but they're not 100% opening. Like Exit 33 is not opening.
Yeah. And like there's bars and people smoke there. So like how are you going to like have a mask on?
Yeah, they said that you have to like yeah. So I don't know. I mean,
it doesn't make any sense.
And the machines are like right next to each other, so I don't know if they've like.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, here's the thing.
Granted, they have a lot of money.
Like, it's not even that. Like, at the end of the day, money has a big part of it. But at the end of the day, it's like I mean, you have to open up sometime.
Yeah, no, it's true. We should be opening up at this point.
And the whole point of everything is like these businesses. Like, if you want to open, you have to have a plan. You have to lay it out and like send it to your county executive.
Bless you.
Wow. Excuse me.
I would edit it out, but it's better in, so.
Allergies, you know.
Tell me
a lot
about
of grass.
A lot of dampness, hotness, back and forth. Yeah.
Anyway, so you have to like lay out your plan. So I mean, the plan that they laid out is obviously good. I'm sure like eventually it'll more and more things will open. Whatever. Ocean Blue's opening, but they laid out like, I don't know if you looked at it.
No, I didn't see that. I just know they said they're opening like today.
So I don't think that they've been open at all.
No.
Throughout this whole thing.
Yeah.
Like even for takeout.
Oh, and I got something to talk about Ocean Blue after.
Oh yeah. But, so Ocean Blue's gonna hate us if they're
for sure.
If anyone that
I've been slamming them, and I'm not even on purpose. They just do it to themselves.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't think they've been open to this whole thing. So they laid out their plan, which for the next like week or so, they're only doing like takeout and delivery, and then they're gonna open up the dining room and the patio and everything. But they have their tables are more than 6 feet apart. And, you know, like they said that all their staff's going to be wearing masks. And if they're going to provide masks to customers if they choose to wear one, which is like, glovies. I mean, you can't go to dinner and wear a mask, but who knows? Somebody might want to sit there and wear it or order dinner with it on. I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be weird. At least initially.
And then it said, like, I think June 19th was, like, full open. Like, regular, it said, like, resume regular business. But then I don't know, like, what does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because at the end of the day, it's like, how regular are we going to be? Are masks still going to be required? Like, are we still going to have to social distance? I mean, I don't know.
I don't know how they're going to phase it in.
This is nothing against Ocean Blue, what I'm saying. Yeah. This is just like, just I don't know in general, like, you know, if it's going to be able to actually go back to normal.
Right.
But you wanted to talk about their tables.
I do. I don't like them. Did anybody else see their tables? It doesn't make any sense.
So I'm not going to knock it until I see it, like, fully.
Yeah, maybe I'm just wrong, that's fine. If I'm wrong, you know, I apologize. Out of line, that's fine. And maybe I'm not going to be allowed there anymore. Who knows?
Well, maybe they had to, like, do it for social distancing. Because the tables they had before were,
you're telling me you're going to renovate the whole place just to do social distancing, just to put it all back? No. Doesn't make sense.
But going forward, but maybe it's just easier for them to move around.
Maybe, but to me, and like I said, it's not a knock on it. It's just my opinion and my, you know, how I think about it. It's nothing that it's not that it's a bad thing. I think
in the picture they looked a little weird, but
they looked like I said, and maybe they don't look like this in real life or real time. But what I saw was that they looked like lunch tables at like school.
Yeah.
And they were like these little wooden circular, like you'd have it outside or something. And they have copper, like the copper bar and all that, and then you got like these wooden tables.
So here's my like.
I don't know. To me, it like kind of takes away the whole fine dining idea.
I mean, here's my in my mind, it didn't make sense. I think maybe they're trying to go for more of like a modern, like farmhouse esque type like feel.
Yeah, and like I said, if I see it and I like it, I'll go the other way. Okay, I'll totally support it. If it looks good, I'll go the other way. But as of now,
they might be putting table coverings over.
How I feel is this. I don't know. So whatever. But this is my opinion. Like I said, I haven't seen it yet, so maybe I'm wrong. I could be way wrong. But from what I saw on Instagram, I wasn't very impressed. But like I said, neither here nor there. Not my thing. Didn't even think about talking about it, but it came up. So there we are.
Moving on.
Next, we can talk about, speaking of fun things, we can talk about internet support groups. So my buddy at work, right, was riding a skateboard. Granted, dude's like 40, love him to death. He's funny, works hard. But so he's riding a skateboard and he busts his ankle. Okay, so then that's not even the worst part. He's going to work every day in a brace, and then on top of that, he joins an ankle support group, which I didn't know was a real thing, or that it was even close to being like there's people that join such things.
For everything, I guess.
Yeah, and he said that like he joined. In theory, it makes sense. He joined it to get like help with like his ankle recovery and like ideas of how to recover quicker and how to take care of it and all that. But he's like, I just ran into like a bunch of people whining about their ankles and not doing nothing. So it's just, I guess, like I said, my point is that it's just kind of funny to see all these different groups you can join. Like,
he said it was like too depressing. Right?
He said it was too depressing. He had to leave the group because it was just like people laying down, not doing nothing, talking about their ankle being busted. It's like, all right, well, get outside and do therapy. I don't know. But he's going to work every day, so he's at least doing his part. He's got a little scooter he rides around all the time.
I want one of those.
Yeah, he zips around. He does like labs at work. I swear he just did it because it was fun. But it's kind of funny. I didn't know there was a support group for your ankle, but evidently if you roll an ankle or something, there you go. Now you know. Next, more negative news. let's talk about the obituary page. There's a lot of deaths like the last couple weeks. I don't know why. If it's, whatever, Corona related or whatever. But Little Richard.
Really, one of them was
related to it. I didn't even really see. But Little Richard was one. Yeah. Jerry Stiller. Jerry Sloan, which Jerry Sloan, they just kind of covered a little bit in like The Last Dance about the Jazz. He coached the Jazz against the Bulls, and he had Alzheimer's, I believe, is what I read.
There was two other ones. One of them was Roy from Siegfried and Roy.
Oh, okay.
And he died from the coronavirus. And then the other one was Fred Willard, I think his name was. If you saw a picture of him, you know who he is. He was on Modern Family, like as a guest. Like he played. I don't know if you ever watched Modern Family.
Yeah, he played here and there. Yeah.
He played like Phil Dunphy's dad.
Oh, okay.
So he wasn't on there often. It was just like a guest thing. Yeah. But he was on Anchorman.
Okay.
And or in Anchorman.
Yeah, you tell me he was on Anchorman. I don't remember him though. Like, I can't picture him.
Again,
I'd probably know him if I saw him.
He was always in like a.
He's like a side role type of guy, right? Yeah.
Okay. I don't even know if it would be considered like supporting role, but he was in a lot of like films. I think he was on. I forgot what else he was in, but if you look through it, there was a bunch of stuff.
He's on a couple things. But yeah, so a lot of like deaths. I don't know. So not to come down heavy, but I was like, a lot of these people are like iconic, like Jerry Sloan, Ben Stiller's dad.
Yeah, he was in Seinfeld.
He was in Seinfeld. He was in a bunch of good stuff, actually. Sad to hear, but people get. He was like 92 though. Also, I mean, these guys aren't young, so whatever. Like they lived a good life too. But yeah, speaking of updates, as far as like death goes, you want to talk about Corona, about the news about transferring?
Yes. So
new news.
I guess new news that now they're saying the CDC is saying that coronavirus does not transfer on surfaces as easily as they originally thought it did. Like when it first came out, they were like it can stay on like metal surfaces for up to 3 days or whatever it was, like cardboard for however long, like in the air for 3 hours.
Right. That was one of the big ones.
And now I guess they're saying that like, I guess if you did cough on a surface or something and there was the coronavirus just on that, I guess like if you come in contact with it, I guess it doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna
get it.
Dead set get it.
It's just weird how the rules change all the time.
Well, the thing is here's my opinion on the whole coronavirus.
Like either it does or it's not.
So they don't know because it's a new virus.
Right.
So they come up with all the stuff that they know or think they know, but now it's like I think now that more people have it and there's more like research on it, because like I'm not trying to downplay the situation, but I know quite a few people that have had it.
Yeah.
And people that have had it, like their boyfriends or girlfriends did not get it, even though they slept in the same bed. You know what I mean? Or maybe they even gave him a kiss or something, and they definitely had it, and then it was like they didn't get it, and they tested negative for it. So then it's like, well, are the tests just messed up? Because I've been reading a lot of things.
Yeah, I don't think the tests are right either.
The tests are giving like false positives, false negatives, that kind of stuff.
I've read that too.
But I think that at the end of the day, like that, I think it transfers like anything else. Like I mean, not. Maybe it does transfer a little bit easier than certain, like the common colds or strep throat or the flu. But at the end of the day, like, just because you have the flu doesn't mean I'm going to get it.
Right.
If I get the stomach bug, it doesn't mean you're going to get it. If I have
the asymptomatic thing is like a huge thing. So,
but I mean, it's not even the asymptomatic thing. It's like, it's not a shoo-in. Like, if I get it, it doesn't necessarily mean you are 100% going to get it.
Right.
Just like the flu or just like a cold. I mean, you were sick like 3 times this year. I never got sick.
Right. No, exactly. It's just weird. I don't know.
I mean, I got the flu a couple years ago, and I wasn't around anyone who had the flu.
Yeah.
And nobody else got sick around me. So it's like, did they maybe have it but didn't have symptoms? Or maybe like somebody had it and didn't have symptoms, but then some people probably came in contact with me and never got it at all.
Right.
I mean, it's just your immune system. It just depends how your body takes it and affects it,
Yeah, no, I agree, for sure. Nextly, we got Elon Musk tweeting, Facebook sucks, quote, end quote, after they said he didn't know anything about AI. So I actually I thought it was fake when I read this. It was on Twitter, I guess, and I actually got a screenshot of it because I thought it was absolutely comical. I guess it was like the Facebook IT guy basically said that Elon Musk doesn't know anything about AI, which to me is hilarious. But it just was even funnier that he writes this like 3-sentence thing about how he doesn't know anything, blah, blah, blah. And then Elon Musk just says, Facebook sucks on it. Yeah. That was great.
So you know what that reminds me of?
What's that?
Like, you know how, and most of these I'm pretty sure are fake, but they're just still funny. Like,
right, yeah, they like make them up, yeah.
Not that, but like.
But his was real, which was even better.
Like, you know when people they like show something of somebody like complaining on like Chick-fil-A's Facebook page or like whatever, like Sam's Club or Lowe's or whatever it is, and then it shows like them tweeting back something else.
Yeah.
That's what like it reminded me of.
Oh
like,
yeah, not for sure. Yeah, just something like random. Yeah, it was
great. Just like, well, Facebook fucking sucks.
Right, exactly. So your argument's irrelevant. Yeah, it had nothing to do with anything. It was great. Nextly, what I could do is we can talk about. Well, I'll talk about Bulls recap, I guess, real quick. Okay. Because I missed like the last 2, like I said, weeks of it. They basically covered how Michael Jordan was like a hard ass in practice, and how he's like punching Steve Kerr and like little stuff like that. Like he was basically like kind of hot headed toward the guys as far as like their performance and what he expected of them. So he took a lot of like hard knacks on it, you know, for his approach to how he addressed the players. But I think like if you're looking at it objectively, I think he did the right thing because he was trying to win championships. He won the championships. You're not going to be a fan, you know, like some people aren't going to get it. They're not going to understand, but that's high level competition against the best players in the world. And he was becoming an older player at the time. So it's hard to maintain that level of, you know, performance as you age, because you just age and you start getting, you know, like less and less athletic, agile, stuff like that takes its toll, especially in the NBA. So I think he did the right thing as far as, you know, just pushing his players to be what they are. So maybe they at least respected him. They might not have, you know, liked him per se at the time, but, and even in the interview, it showed him like breaking down, like kind of at the end, he's like, I need a break, because he was like kind of hitting them all at once, like a raw emotional experience. So I think they did the right thing, but, you know, the last 2 episodes are great. I really loved them. I thought that they did a good job of their portrayal of the Bulls and how they played and what their expectation was at the time. It was basically traveling with rock stars, and, you know, you got to maintain that level of play for 3 years consecutively with the best players in the league. It's not easy to do. So, but definitely watch that. You know, if you're a Bulls fan or a basketball fan in general, I think that it was a well-placed documentary. And I saw some nonsense about Scottie Pippen saying he didn't like his portrayal. Scottie Pippen's my favorite player, and I think he just should have let it go. I mean, whatever happened, I think they portrayed him for what happened and how he was. But whatever, it's my opinion of him, I guess. So he can feel however he wants to feel. But
I did not watch the last 2 episodes because I was watching the Taylor Swift concert.
Yeah. Well, like I said, it was good, but definitely watch it for sure. Lastly, I almost got on Bert Kreischer's happy hour on Friday. He did a happy hour at 8 o'clock, I think it was 2 weeks ago. And it was on Instagram, so you could join him on Zoom, and he would like talk to you if you like waited long enough and stuff. You basically had to guess the password, and they like gave it away. But I missed it because I was there's only 1,000 people. I was like number like 5,000 or something. Did it tell you what number you were? It didn't, but it was like late, so I'm sure I was like up there in the list. It was like 5 minutes in, but people were probably waiting. Yeah, it started though. Yeah, and the one guy said he waited like all day, and he was like peeing in a cup and stuff, like trying to get on. So he was on since like noon. That's nuts. And I love Bert, but you know, I mean, it's Zoom, bro. It's not like I'm getting an autograph or something. Yeah. You know, but it would have been cool to have like a conversation. So it's kind of cool that like these celebs or you know, these high profile people in my mind are doing fun things out there like Zooming and stuff like that. So
there's a lot of people like Brad Paisley's been doing a lot of that stuff. And
Brad Paisley.
Matthew McConaughey did like
played
a bingo.
Yeah, I saw that. That's cool. See, giving back, like that's just good stuff, and it's for like no reason. You're not getting anything out of it. You're just being a good person. You're not charging nobody. So I think that's cool to like be active socially like that. What else we got? Anything?
I think the next topic is a HelloFresh review.
Oh yeah, we did HelloFresh this week, so I'll let Riss talk about that.
So one of my friends gave me a $40 off coupon. So for 3 meals for 2 people, so 6 servings, right?
Yeah.
It ended up costing me like $21 with shipping.
Right.
So normally without the $40, though, it's like $61 or $62 like for the week. Yeah. You get 3 meals, which some people think that that's a really good price, and it isn't bad. But for me, like the way I look at it is, I could buy so much stuff at Aldi's for $60, and like have meals all week with leftovers.
Right,
you
for
know?
work and stuff. That's the only thing. Yeah.
This is like 2 servings. It's enough. Like at first, okay. So here's my review of it. First of all, I liked it. I would not subscribe to it and pay $60 every single week, because it's just, to me, you know. But it's nice that you don't have to think about it.
Right. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Just come home, take it out of the package. Done.
Everything they send you everything. They send you like the meat, all the vegetables. They send you the spices. I mean, like a couple recipes called for cream cheese. They send you little cream cheese things. Like one of them was burgers. They send you ketchup. Like
that's kind of cool.
I mean. They send, I don't know what that was.
What that is?
They send you everything you need, basically. Like lemons, okay, whatever. The only thing they don't send you is like olive oil and like butter.
Right, which is
and
like
salt and pepper. Which, I mean, if you don't have that, like you shouldn't be cooking at all.
Don't cook anyway. Order a pizza, be done.
I think that this is a really good thing for people that maybe don't cook or don't know how to cook. Because everything's laid out step by step. They tell you what to do. And again, they send you everything, so you don't have to worry about going to the store and being like, "Oh, do I need this? Do I need this?" Because some things are weird. Like one of the things was like a shallot, which is like a small red onion, basically. Right. But like if you don't know, like if you don't cook often, you're like, what the hell's a shallot? You know. Well, yeah. I'll just get whatever. But like different onions do have different flavors, so it depends on what kind of meal you're cooking. But I liked it. I mean, we got 3 meals. One was burgers with zucchini fries, basically. The other one was a creamy chicken pasta, and the other one was pork. Like a pork tenderloin with potatoes lemon. And beans, which that actually had the most like food because it had like mashed potatoes and.
What's your favorite in order? 1, 2, 3. Run it.
Probably just the way I said it. The burgers, then the pasta, then,
that's
right, then the pork. I'm not a huge pork fan.
Last. I like pork, but it's gotta be pulled pork. It don't have to be
pulled pork or like bacon. Yeah, or I like ham, but I don't love pork tenderloin or pork chops or anything. It was good though in the sauce that was over it.
Yeah, it was good really with that, but it still was like not. It wasn't super flavorful, I guess, but it's pork. It's not.
I thought it was flavorful, but like with the spices and stuff on it. But I'm just like not a huge like to me like pork's like crunchy. Yeah. It's got like a weird, I don't know, I'm just like not a huge fan. It would have been better like with chicken or steak.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
But the beans and the potatoes were good. It's like when you get the stuff, you're like, this is not going to be enough. I mean, we're used to like...
it looks small, but the burgers were actually pretty big.
Yeah, we're used to making like overcooking basically, and then like the food will be there, so we'll have like another serving. Then we'll also have leftovers. Right. This was like enough for just us, but it's filling. Yeah, no, like I was like, we're gonna have to eat again after this, but no, it was like definitely enough. Like even the pasta, like they send you 6 ounces of spaghetti, and after I cooked it, like Trav was like, "Did you add more spaghetti to this?" Because they love pasta. And I'm like, "Nope, I like followed the recipe. I did what it said, but it wasn't definitely a lot. Like it was a big, like it was a full bowl of that with the chicken and."
Yeah, if you're like a single person, it would probably last you a week. You know.
Yeah, I don't know if they do like single serve ones. Like if you live alone, I think it's like the minimum's like 2, but you could do up to like 4 servings if you have a family, and you could pick your options of what you want, like, if you want just vegetarian or if you want like meat and potatoes or high protein or just whatever, you can like pick what you want. Right. But I thought it was good. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to trying like other meal plan services too, because some of them are cheaper. Definitely. Like I think HelloFresh is like one of the more expensive ones. It's like $9 a serving. Yeah. So
what was the one Kylie was doing?
I think it was called like Dinnerly. Yeah. Or Every Plate. She did so many. I think she's tried them all.
Yeah, I'll have to ask her what she.
Because when I was talking to her, she said like she tried HelloFresh. I think she tried Blue Apron. She tried a bunch, but like that's the thing is if you try each one of them like once, you usually always get a promo code, so you get it for cheaper.
Right, you get another one. Yeah, they kind of hook you up.
So yeah, I mean, I would do it again, but I don't think I'd pay full price for it. But it gives you some ideas. I mean, like I could cook normally, so I don't need to like have that. But it is nice to kind of like not have to think about what you're gonna cook because I was like running out of ideas of things.
Right, now it's easy to do. Like, we do steak, fish, steak, salmon, chicken. We do that stir fry, whatever, but that's usually with chicken.
Sometimes I'm like, this again. We have this every week. We have this.
Right.
So it was nice to switch it up.
Yeah, no, you got to have the balance. Sometimes you just got to kind of start over, get some ideas, get something.
I mean, you try to Pinterest stuff, but then it's like,
cinnamon buns.
Or you know what it is? Sometimes, like, I'm like on Pinterest looking for stuff, but I'm like, well, what do I have that I already have in the house? Like, what can I make with what I already like?
With this?
Yeah, because it's like sometimes you just don't want to go out to the store and like. There's some recipes like, of things that I make that like I can't get the ingredients in Aldi's. Right. And I try to get everything at Aldi's. It's just convenient to stop there. Like, but then it's like annoying when you have to go to Price Chopper or Hannaford for like one thing.
Yeah, spend $50. Yeah. Whatever it is.
They don't sell that. Like Orzo is one of them.
Unless you coupon clip. That's the only way to shop there. You got a coupon clip when you go to Price Chopper.
So, a lot of stuff is cheap. Like, like whatever. But to completely grocery shop there, it's pricey. Yeah. Yeah,
definitely. That brings us to Overrated Underrated. We got 3 tonight. Is that what you have? 3 or 4?
3.
I have 3, and then the one, and then I have one about cars. Yeah, that's the 4th,
but
right?
I thought that you had something else.
Yeah.
That initially prompted you to go to underrated, overrated. That wasn't one of the 3.
I don't know. Just the car one.
No, before, like, when we were talking, and you were like, oh, I have this for underrated, overrated, then you were like, I don't know what else you have.
Laser pointers.
Yeah.
Which she wasn't for. Whatever. But remember laser pointers in, like, I would say, okay, laser pointers in, like, the 90s, underrated, awesome, depending on your age. I was young, so I loved them. You could be, like, pointing at shit. The cat would be chasing them. You could get different designs. Banging. That and, like, big-ass chains. Well, they're probably still in, and, you know, depending on your
I think the laser pointers are overrated.
Really?
Even in the night, like, they were big in the 90s, but they're dumb. Like
they are dumb, but they're fun. That's
like,
the whole point.
They were made to be, like, a teacher could be like, oh, look, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah. A laser pointer and my Rough Rider chain.
I guess here's what I would say. I would say underrated for their actual, like, intended use, which was for a professor to be like, look at the board.
Yeah, and perfect for students distracting the professor at the board.
Overrated for everything else that they were made for, like with the cats and everything. People torture their animals.
Whatever. I think they're awesome.
Next one will be Oreos.
Oreos, double stuff or regular, or flavored. What flavor?
Just all right. So first, in general, Oreos, underrated, overrated.
Normal Oreos, I would say like.
I'd say
like not either.
Just I'm gonna say accurately. Rated.
Accurate, yeah, fine.
Because like they are really good. I do not like double stuffed Oreos.
All right, underrated for me, Oreos wise. Whap, cranking. Red velvet, fire. Cinnamon bun, fire. Easter, overrated. If anyone even eats them, because they're gross.
I think all of the flavored ones are overrated.
And double stuff for sure, underrated.
Well, here's the thing.
Or overrated. I don't know. It's awesome.
When I think of Oreo, I just want a regular Oreo. I don't want, like,
not this guy.
I don't really love the cream, so, like, I don't like the double stuffed.
Oh, man.
You know which ones I do like, though? Is the ones that are, have the chocolate in the middle.
Cannoli.
Just the regular chocolate
Pumpkin
ones.
Cannoli.
See, I don't like any of the flavor ones. I just, like, want a regular Oreo. So, like, here's another thing I have.
That's the one.
Like, so my dad, like, loves Oskin Eats pizza. Obsessed with it.
I like Oskin Eats. It's pricey, though.
I like, it is pricey, but it's good.
But it's good. It is good.
I like it, too, but, like, that's what I always say. I have to be, like, in the mood for Oskin Eats.
Yeah, it's a different style of pizza.
Like, when my dad's like, oh, I could go for a pizza, he means Oskin Eats.
Right.
That's what he means.
Not a tomato pie.
When I say, oh, I could really go for pizza, I want, like, traditional cheese pizza. Like, Rosario's, Park, whatever.
Depends.
Like, I just want pizza.
All right, here's another one. Thinner, thick. Crust. I gotta add because it wasn't even on the list.
Okay.
Thinner, thin.
I guess it would be, like, in between. So here's what I wanted to mention to you.
There's no medium crust pizza.
The pizza, yeah, well, all right, so the pizza that we had, it has to be even with the actual pizza itself. So the pizza that we had from Fort Plain was good.
Frank's, shout out.
It was a little thin, which is good. I like thin pizza.
Stuff.
But the crust was too thick, and it was, like, doughy. Like Rosario's.
You didn't have it hot, though, either.
Yeah, but it wasn't, like, I like a crispy crunch. Like crust.
All right,
like
yeah,
Rosario's.
it's not crispy. Yeah, it's not crispy.
And actually, like Tony's pizza too. Tony's like has a crust. Like when you bite into it, it's like crispy.
Yeah. I think theirs is the sauce though. The sauce, and it's like a thin layer of cheese, which is like.
Well, there's a difference too between like a thin pizza.
Yeah, no, that's
like,
true.
Like Rosario's and Tony's, their crust is
like I don't like their cheese as much. I don't know what the difference was, but it's like it's too thick of cheese.
On Rosario's?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have very thick cheese.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
So we should try Parkway some night because Parkway is similar to Frank's,
really?
It's I like very Frank's, thin. Though. It's actually thinner than that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It's good, though. But, yeah, like, Rosario's and Tony's, their actual pizza is, like, almost as thick as the crust. So, you know what I mean? It
levels out a little bit.
Yeah, like, this one was, like, really thin and then, like, a thick crust, so I don't really like that.
Yeah.
Okay, back to underrated, overrated.
Next.
Aldi's.
Underrated.
I fucking love Aldi's. That is, like, my jam.
Yeah, we've been saving money there. Sean's Alaska and I go during the week just to get food for work, and we spend, like, $10 and get, like, a lot of food.
So when Aldi, like, was a first, like, a thing, I would go there and just get, like, certain things. Like, maybe, like, snacks.
Like, people were leery, I think, at first. I know a lot of people don't like that, but it's, like...
I didn't buy fish.
Good stuff,
I didn't buy, like, milk. Nothing. I was like, ugh, Aldi's? I don't know. But now, I'm like, nope, everything. I buy everything there. I get their meats. I get their fish. I get... Like
we made a banging charcuterie plate one time from Aldi's. Like, banging our
They sell a lot of like good cheese, like random cheeses.
Good cheese and good like salami, pepperoni. Like they got a lot of good stuff.
Yes, I brought it to Christmas and like I didn't want to tell anybody.
All the mustards, all the honey.
Yeah, but everyone was
mustard,
like, "Oh my god, where is this pepper? Where is this like super salt from?" I'm like, Aldi's.
It's good, man. I'm telling you, it's worth it. And it's the only place you can get like steak, salmon, chicken, and it's been like $15.
Yep.
$15 to like $20 on like all that. It's like amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I get like.
Cause I got a price chopper for steak. It's like $12 for just a steak.
I get like a whole cart. It's good. Like I think the most I've ever spent at Aldi's was like a little, like maybe like $120, and that's like a cart full of stuff.
Yeah, no, Aldi's is the way to go. I'm telling you. Besides,
like, I'm talking like meat, scallops, shrimp, like salmon, like things that are more expensive.
Right. The only thing I will shout out for Price Chopper is their seafood. Their seafood is pretty banging. I do like clams and stuff. Or last summer I was doing a lot.
I did get steaks at Price Chopper, and those steaks were really good.
Yeah, the steaks are good too. They're just expensive, that's all. But they are good. I've gotten them a couple times too. So
yeah, and like Price Chopper has a lot of good deals. Like they have the 10 for 10. You know, on certain things. And you don't have to get 10, but you know that's cheap. It's like everything's $1. You know, so like they do, but just for general like shopping.
Yeah.
I save a lot of money going to Aldi's. Plus, I got that one aisle.
Yeah.
And I bought I have this chopper.
The seasonal aisle.
Oh my god, yes. Yeah. But the chopper.
The chopper is pretty sick.
I love. I've got like Tupperware containers from Aldi.
The chopper is like literally this top thing. You put like chicken in it, and this top, and there's like a slicer in there, and you start it like a lawnmower. You
it's
just
like a
pull.
shredder almost.
Yeah, it's a shredder, and it just like rips it up. It's awesome.
It's like one setting. It doesn't like chop.
Yeah, there's no medium.
It's just like one thing. Right. But I mean, you could put like garlic in there, onion.
Yeah, you can do all sorts of stuff. It's
I
awesome.
always put I get the rotisserie chicken, and then I put it in there, and then I shred it for the chicken wing dip.
Yeah.
Or any kind of dip that requires.
Yeah. No, it's pretty. It's an underrated thing. Like I said, all these is good stuff. Bacon. Next. Unless you were going to go on.
I was just going to keep talking about all of these.
Oh, sorry. We can keep talking
about it. But wait, one thing I want to say about Aldi's is I actually, my friends told me about this. So I actually am in a group on Facebook called the Aldi Nerd.
Okay.
And it's people from all over the country that literally, it's just like a group. And people post about Aldi's in it.
All right.
So they'll post they'll buy something and they'll be like, "Oh my god, this is so good. You should try it."
Right.
You know,
so
like that's why I bought that like brownie batter hummus or that red bag. Everyone talks about the red bag chicken. I never bought it because I'm like, I'm not like big on like frozen like fried chicken.
Right.
But dude, that chicken is so good. It's
juicy. That's the one that tastes like Chick-fil-A, right? Yeah. Wasn't that one? Yeah, we tried that. It's actually it's good stuff.
It's really
it does taste
good.
like Chick-fil-A. Like you put like a pickle on there.
It's juicy. It's not gross like rubbery.
No, yeah, it's really good.
Really good.
Yeah, we were surprised too. Yeah, I don't know.
So it's just like chicken breast fillets that are breaded, and they're just like amazing. Like they're so good.
Yeah.
The chicken nuggets are good. Like I bought the jalapeno poppers, which I didn't have yet, but Alina said they were really good, and she always buys their mat sticks and stuff. And
they have really good stuff for cheap.
Anyway, Aldi's love it.
Yeah, definitely underrated. So shop there if you're in the area. I'm sure everyone knows about it by now. But
and the last underrated overrated is
we have two actually. The one that I did too. Well, it's not really underrated overrated. Really, so so the last underrated overrated we have is bacon.
I would say accurately rated.
It depends. You can't get like the thin bacon. You can't get like the apple smoked, like that thick bacon. That's the stuff.
When I originally
put it on the grill too. Don't do it
when
like
I originally
baby
put
style.
Bacon on our list.
Yeah.
I was kind of also speaking like of people's obsession with it.
Oh, okay. I was thinking like bacon itself. I was like,
well, that too, bacon itself, but like I think that the obsession with bacon is a little overrated because
I think
now people are trying to put bacon in everything.
Yeah, I think it's fake.
Chocolate covered bacon milkshake. No.
Well, here's the thing. I like bacon cheeseburgers. I don't think I've ever made a bacon cheeseburger.
Right.
Like I get it when I'm out, but like I like bacon like on the grill that I make in the morning for like breakfast. But I'm not like putting on my burgers and like going ape shit with it. Like. What, make it on a burger?
So what my dad does is he gets like a pound of bacon and he cuts it in half. And then he takes like individual pieces. Like he'll take like 5 or 6 slices and freeze them individually. So like he'll freeze like 6 slices.
Right, so
6
he can pull
slices.
them out whenever he needs them. That makes sense.
So then he'll like take them out and he'll eat a few for breakfast, or he'll eat like he'll take them out to make a bacon cheeseburger. That is a really good idea. Yeah, as long as you don't get like freeze burn stuff, if you wrap them right and whatnot. I think he's eating it pretty
quick. Yeah, if you do like every morning or something. Lastly, I had one just for fun. It's not really underrated, overrated. It's just kind of a general question. What would be, I call it Beamer, Benz, and Bentley, or any car of your choice. Which would be your car of choice if you could pick any car?
All right, well, if I had to pick between those three, I'd probably go with the Benz.
Ooh, interesting. I was not going to go that route.
Bentley?
See, I don't know. I guess it's a fake question. I've never even really seen a Bentley in real life, so I don't know. I'd probably if I could, I'd probably go that route. But I don't know. As far as between Benz, Beamer, I'm definitely a Beamer guy all day between the two. Which I got people that have both, so a lot of people are gonna be mad. But I like Benz's or Beamer's better personally.
I mean, I don't really love the look of a Bentley,
except for their Bluetooth. Actually, Bluetooth on BMWs suck because I had one and they just are trash.
I like the way those some of the Benzes look or whatever. But not really their SUVs. I don't think Bentley makes SUVs.
Here's what I'll say, because I've been in both and I've driven both. I think BMW performance, as far as engine smoothness, how the engine transitions through gears, all that, I like it better than BMW or than Benz. But Benz, I like the suspension ride quality better than a BMW.
But if I had to pick any car though,
what's that?
Because without that, I would either do an Audi, right?
Audi, yeah.
Audi, I think it's pronounced
I don't know. I say it wrong, I guess, according to some
Audi
people.
Audi or a Range Rover.
I call it Audi. Range Rover. Any car.
Or one of those $90,000 Jeep Cherokees.
I kind of like old stuff too. I don't know. I like the analog. I'd probably do any two-door 1970 Roadster, just because everything is analog. It's gauges. It's mechanical. It's old.
I want top luxury.
It's this dude that is when you've made it in life, that's what you buy. You're wearing boat shoes, white pants, a half button down white shirt. You've made it. You got a top down. You're going golfing on Sunday. You don't give a shit. That's where I'm at.
Okay.
They don't even ride good, but I'd still buy it anyway. You can modernize it, so
we said
whatever.
Any car.
We did say any car.
Then last we have So we had asked. We always do, and nobody listens to us.
Or they do, they don't care. They're just
I don't care. We put it on Facebook and Instagram. We asked for people to give us topics or what they wanted to hear on the podcast. So we finally had one of Travis's friends, Nick.
Yeah, we got my buddy Nick. So I'm going to call this at the end of every show now, besides Underrated, Overrated, we're going to do Q&A. So Q&A with Trav and Riss is what we're going to call it, or just Q&A.
Or just talk about the topics that you want to hear or whatever.
But right, this is
any sort of Q&A.
Yeah, and he asked 4 questions. So we're going to answer 3. Number 1, we have top things to do during this
quarantine.
That he hasn't done yet. So what have we done, or what should he do to try that he hasn't done it during quarantine? What would you recommend?
Yeah, he just wants he want to know what we've been doing, just because maybe there's something he hasn't done. So basically, what I've been doing mainly is house projects. Yeah. So I organized all my cupboards, all my drawers. I actually listed a bunch of clothes for sale just because I'm just weeding out closets, or donating clothes, whatever. I've been I painted the doors. I painted the porch railings. If the backyard, we're getting a lot of work done in the backyard in a couple weeks, but if that was good to go, I would probably get maybe some plants or some flowers or just something to decorate it with. Yeah. So mainly house project stuff that I would normally take a week's vacation for at work just to get done, just to weed my things or trim bushes or something. Mm-hmm. Also puzzles.
Yep. Yeah, we completed this one finally. The dog. I don't know if you can see it or not.
2 puzzles.
But we finally got it done after all this time. It's been loose out here forever. So
another thing would be I like reading books. I've read 4 books since quarantine started. I guess if you were trying to do some kind of online classes or something, I did sign up for go back to school for June. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now's a great time to go to school, honestly. Yeah. Got all this time.
The things we talked about a couple podcasts episodes ago with a lot of things that are giving you the free
the free classes are in. Yeah, they're a great way to go. Mm-hmm. I'd recommend for just some healthy stuff, we've just been walking, I said, walk 3 miles a day. We can do it in an hour, and that's not even trying to walk fast. So, but it's good to, we get 6,000 steps in or something.
Oh, more than that.
So it's just something to kind of get metabolism going. I'd recommend, going for a walk. Even if you can do 2 miles, it takes about 40 minutes, a little bit less time consuming, but you're still out taking in the sun, especially now it's sunny out. Yeah. It's beautiful. We've had gray clouds for ever, so it's nice to kind of see the sun, get out there in the wind, let it hit you a little bit. Pick up a fun sport, something that's, far away from people. We've been golfing a lot, and golf can granted be very frustrating, but to me it's relaxing either way because you're just out in the wind. You're just out there hitting the ball. You don't have to be good at it. You can just kind of take it in for the day, especially now with carts. They got the carts out there now, so just go make a day of it. I used to love going by myself because you could just spend, I'd spend an hour golfing. I'd do like 9 holes quick, and you can just kind of, I don't know, it's a skill building thing. Start a podcast.
Yeah, right. I thought about doing like crocheting or something, but then I was like, I actually almost bought this stuff, but they had like nothing at Walmart when I went.
Yeah. Yeah, build something. Yeah. I was actually thinking about building stuff, and then I ran out of time because we actually got more hours at work now. But I was thinking about building like wine racks and stuff, just out of like pallets, just something small and easy. Takes like 20 minutes if you got the right stuff. Yep. But just something to keep your mind going. Like I said, learn a skill, DJ, do a podcast, anything with a computer. Something like that. Or like I said, free classes are always good too.
Or even like cooking. A lot of people are baking.
Yeah, cooking. Yeah, bake, cook, make a pie, whatever, man.
But I've been cooking like I like to cook, and I've been cooking way more. But it's like normally I'm working until 7:30, so I'm not gonna come home and like cook a whole meal that takes 45 minutes to prepare and then 30 minutes to cook or whatever, like maybe 45 minutes total to prepare, like so I've been kind of cooking more things, and
it's good. It makes your skills though, like so it kind of gets you going. You got to measure, you got to do all stuff, and like density and all that stuff, like you got to do it for sure.
Okay, what's the next question?
What we got? Next question. So I got the light in my face, it's kind of jacking my eyes up, sorry. After this is over, what's the first move everybody's making? Are they doing a huge party? Maybe like July 4th? Is everyone going to get together and celebrate? I'd say probably. I mean, if I had to guess, I'd say people are probably going to get together. I mean, a lot more. Just because, like I said, you've kind of been separated from people. Like, I know a lot of my social friends are kind of like getting anxious to get out and kind of do stuff together. So I think it's going to be, a lot of people are going to have huge parties and stuff. So I think it'd be good for like morale for a lot of people just to like get together like their friends and stuff. I think it's kind of a necessary thing we got to kind of do. But what do you think?
Yeah. No, I've definitely heard a lot of people say that they're going to have like a big party and invite everybody over.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to answer this in conjunction with the next question because I know what the next question is.
Okay.
So the next question is he asked like, where are we going to travel to after this?
Yep.
So
what would be the place you would travel to after this is all over? Okay. Is the question. Yep.
So like obviously like if we're talking about vacations, like my dream vacation is Greece.
Right.
Or Italy. But I'm not just going to be like, quarantine's over, I'm going to go there.
Right, let's get on a plane.
Because, I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, it's a dream of mine, but we're not just going to go on vacation. Like, we went on vacation in February, so, like, it's not really a vacation thing for me. But I think for me, like, what am I going to do when this is all over and where am I going to go is basically just, like, out to eat.
Right, yeah, the bar. Like, just to get together at the bar with, like, my buddies again.
Like, I don't want to be like, awesome. I'm going to be drunk for a week, but, like...
Yeah, not
I just want to, like, go have a drink at the bar.
Socialize,
like, yeah. I want to go... I want to be able to just, like, go out and have a nice meal, or just even be, like, going to TJ Maxx. Or just go to a store and, like, not have to wear a mask, hopefully, but... Just, like, just some normalcy, like, at this point.
Well, like, that's the thing. It kind of is, like, hopefully we can do it, because I got 2 buddies... they're coming up in June from North Carolina, and then I have another buddy in Tampa that's coming up with his girlfriend. They were originally from here, Dan and Chelsea, so they're gonna come back up. So like I said, I'm hoping like when everybody comes up, we can go somewhere, and like celebrate me. Like, oh my God, I haven't seen you. Let's catch up. What's going on? How you doing? My one buddy in North Carolina is doing stuff in like Cali now, and he's doing all this like business stuff. He's doing mic stuff. My buddy Rob. So like, I'd love to just pick his brain and be like, dude, man, how's it going? How's business? What made you do all this stuff? So it's exciting that people are doing things, but I also want people to celebrate them being here with us.
Like for
Instead
me,
of be like, oh, we can't go anywhere, so we can do a podcast.
Like for me, it's not like this is over. Let's plan this elaborate vacation and get out of here. Like for me, it's just like let's just try to do something normal.
Yeah, like I'd love to just go to the bar after work sometime, just like a beverage and just hang out with the guys and come down for like a little bit. And that's it, and just go home. But, like, you can't even do that. Like, I gotta, like, we gotta go right home. Or
just, like,
can't
go
to the store.
Out, like, get dressed up, like, sit outside, have a drink.
Exactly.
Or just, like,
grab
a drink
food.
with dinner. Yeah.
Yeah, like, have a cookout, just little stuff. Like, that. I just can't wait to get to that. So that's where I'll be traveling to.
Right, my backyard.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that's all we had for tonight.
Yeah, that was it. So we appreciate your questions, though. If anybody else has any questions, feel free. Like I said, we'll do them every week. If anyone else has any, topics for us or anything, feel free to shoot us a message. And we appreciate you, Nick, for sending us something this week to go on.
Yeah, thank you. Finally, somebody,
vested.
Doesn't mean he's listening.
No, I think he is, though. Yeah. He sees it every week. He's always commenting to me, like, just about general stuff.
We'll see who listens when they comment about the shirt.
Yeah, right, exactly, yeah. Someone's getting one, so we'll see.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see if we get a comment.
All right, well, I'm ready for bed, so.
This is Trav and Riss signing off. Thanks for listening, guys. Episode 19. You guys have a great week, all right?
Good night.